Ah, my little sprout. There you are, sitting off to the side at this big family gathering. I see that thoughtful look on your face, that quiet gaze you have when you're trying to solve a big mystery. Normally, you're the one who's right in the middle of everything, laughing and making your cousins laugh, sneaking extra snacks, or showing everyone the funny dance you do after dinner. But today, today, you're sitting back, watching everything like you're trying to piece together something only you can see. Feeling a bit different today, aren't you? It's all right, my little one. Sometimes that feeling sneaks up on us, like a little cloud that covers the sun just for a moment. And do you know something? You're not the only one who feels this way. In fact, it's one of those things that just about everyone feels sometimes, even adults. Yes, even grown-ups, even Guka, even your Maitu here. Let me tell you a little story about Guka, one I know you'll love. Would you believe that once your Goka went to a very fancy dinner party, wearing his old garden shoes? Oh, he didn't realize it until he was halfway there. When he looked down and saw those muddy, worn-out shoes, he felt as out of place as a dandelion in a rose garden. Imagine it, my little sprout. There he was, all dressed up except for those shoes, trying to tuck them under the table to hide them, feeling like a little beetle at a butterfly party. And the whole time, he felt like everyone else was gliding around like elegant swans, while he was a little duck paddling his feet underwater, trying to keep up. And let me tell you about a time I felt different too. I went to a family potluck, thinking I'd bring something simple, a big pot of plain rice. Now I thought it was just right, something everyone would enjoy. But when I got there, everyone else had brought fancy dishes with sauces and spices and all kinds of flavors. And there I was with my humble rice. I felt as out of place as a tiny cactus in a garden of tall, blooming orchids. Oh, I tried to tell myself it didn't matter. But that little voice in my head kept saying, "Look at all those beautiful dishes, and here's yours, plain as can be." So you see, my little sprout, everyone feels different sometimes. Sometimes it's because of something small, like shoes or rice. But other times, it's that feeling on the inside, that little whisper that says, "Do I really belong here?" It's something we all experience, but feeling different doesn't mean you don't belong. Not at all. It just means you're a unique flower with colors and shapes all your own. Now, would you like to know a little secret about your cousins? Oh, I have a few stories that will surprise you. Let me tell you about your cousin Amari. Every time she wears her bright purple socks, she feels a bit different. She loves those socks, they're her favorite pair. But she thinks they're too bright, too bold, too much. Yet she wears them anyway because they make her so happy. She loves the color, even though she feels it makes her stand out too much. She walks into the room and sees everyone else wearing soft, quiet colors, and there she is, with her bright purple socks, feeling like a firefly in a field of stones. But she wears them anyway because they're hers, and she knows they make her special. And your cousin Keone. Oh, he's another one with his own little differences. Keone thinks he's the oddest one in the family, because, believe it or not, he secretly likes broccoli. Yes, that's right, broccoli. He feels so different because he likes a food that he thinks everyone else doesn't like. Every time there's broccoli on the table, he waits, wondering if anyone else will take some, or if he'll be the only one. He doesn't say much, but inside he feels like the only broccoli-loving kid in a world full of spaghetti and meatballs. Each of us has little things that make us feel different, and sometimes the very things that make us feel out of place, those are the things that make us unique, the things that make us beautifully and wonderfully ourselves. So it's more than okay to feel different. In fact, sometimes feeling different is just part of being you. It's like having your own melody, a little tune that belongs only to you. And when you share that tune with others, it becomes part of a big, beautiful family song. Your feelings are like a melody, each note a part of who you are. Some notes might feel a little strange, a little out of place, but together they create the unique and beautiful song that is you. Whenever you feel different, remember that everyone has their own tune, their own melody. And yours? Oh, it's one of my favorites. It's full of curiosity, laughter, and that spark of wonder that lights up every room. Your tune is like the song of a bird in the morning, bright, clear, and joyful. It might not sound like anyone else's, but that's what makes it so special. Now imagine if everyone kept their tune hidden, afraid to share it. Imagine if everyone stayed silent because they thought their melody was too strange, too different. Why, the world would be so quiet, and we'd never hear all the beautiful songs everyone has inside of them. But when we're brave enough to sing our own tune, we make the world a little brighter, a little fuller, a little more beautiful. And if that feeling of being different comes back, my little one, just come to me. Come sit by my side and we'll talk about it together. We can laugh about all the little things that make you unique, and we'll celebrate each one. Because sometimes the very things that make us feel different are the things that make us most loved. And you, my dear, are deeply, wonderfully, beautifully loved. Never forget that. Your family song wouldn't be the same without your tune in it. So go on, my little sprout, and keep singing your song, because the world is listening. Sometimes feeling different is just part of being you, my little sprout. And that's what makes you special.